Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Roxy here, and I want to welcome you to today's video. So don't mind me because I am coming from golfing right now, so I'm a little bit sweaty, had a little bit of a light workout on and all that stuff. But today I wanted to take to my channel and talk to you about a topic that I get asked a lot of questions about, and that is metabolism, and most importantly, how you can boost and rev up your metabolism naturally. So I want to get into a conversation about that because your metabolism is the driving factor behind caloric burn and how your body is going to respond to the work that you're doing both in and out of the gym. So for those of you that are joining me for the very first time, I want to welcome you to my channel. My name is Roxy Beckles, and I am a fitness professional that has been in the industry for over 21 years, a very long time. And I simply love what I do. And I am a former IFBB pro who's competed at the Olympia. And right now what I do is I coach women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond to be fit, to be fabulous, to be sexy at any age, honey, and to rewrite their stories, take control of their lives, and to do it all through the vehicle of fitness. So let's go ahead and jump right in. But before we do, oh my God, almost forgot. Business here. If this is your first time here on my channel, make sure that you subscribe right now and click that bell notification so that way when I put out new videos, you do not miss a thing. So now let's go ahead and jump right in. So metabolism, this is such an overused word in the fitness industry. And let's go ahead and just clear up exactly what metabolism is. And there's kind of like a twofold sort of definition that I'm going to present to you that I want you to take into consideration. So the first thing is metabolism is simply how your body processes things, how it breaks down the foods that you eat, how it breaks down, medicines and chemicals in the body that you might take, or chemical processes in the body going off, and how the body metabolizes and uses hormones. So basically how the body breaks things down, energy sources, and how it uses it. Another definition of metabolism could simply be how your body takes calories and the foods that you eat and basically turn it into heat energy. Okay, so how your body takes the food and the nutrients that you eat and how it turns it into food energy. And that's the definition that, did I say food energy? Heat energy, heat energy. And that's the definition that I want to go with right now. And when it comes to metabolism in that sense, when you think about it, like really what you need your body to do is burn more energy, to blow off more steam, to blow off more heat. And there are so many ways that you can do that. Now, one of the first things that I want to point out is this, okay? And this is for my crowd of you out there who've been dieting for a long time, if you've been eating super low calories, if you're always exercising and training and you feel like you're dieting, you're eating like, a pretty clean diet, and your body is not responding, your metabolism could quite be slow. So one of the first tips I'm going to have for you to naturally raise your metabolism is to tell those of you that are in that demographic to take a freaking step back, please. Take a step back and really raise your calories to maintenance for a little bit. It could be about a week or two. It could be for a couple of weeks, or it could be for a couple of months. It really depends on how long you've been dieting. But if you're one of those people that's always eating super low calories, and no matter what you do, no matter how much you train, no matter how much cardio you do, or how much less you eat, your body is simply not responding. You need to take a step back. And I guarantee for a lot of you, if you're not dealing with any hormonal issues that can cause some underlying problems, which we'll talk about in a moment, you should start to see your metabolism rev up again. Once you get back onto a healthy eating plan and you get back onto a healthy caloric deficit and really pushing your workouts for some of you out there, you really need to take a step back to allow your body to rest and reset. Now, there are a couple other things that you can do to help to rev up your metabolism in a natural way. And the first thing that I tell every client of mine is to, when you're in fat loss, honey, get hungry. And the way that you get hungry is by training harder with greater intensity. So if you're someone who's in a fat loss phase right now, okay, and this also works for those of you who are in like lean building phases and you have to eat a lot of food and you're never hungry, this is what you're gonna do, all right? So train a little bit harder. So basically, if metabolism is all about breaking down energy, right? Heat energy and producing that, that's how your body is like getting the energy that it needs to do the stuff that you needed to do to meet the demands that you needed to meet. So if you are training harder, if you're stepping up the game, if you're upping the ante, you're pushing in your workouts, you are going to need more calories. Now, the trick is if you are in a deficit because fat loss is your goal, don't go off and eat more just because your hunger increases. Your hunger will increase. And that's pretty much one great indication that your metabolism is humming along the way that it needs to if you're in a caloric deficit. Your hunger increases, and that's a natural part of the process. So for you, look for that cue, okay? But do not try to replace those calories because you're hungry and then eat and then obliterate your deficit. For some of you, you're doing that, and that mindless snacking is killing you. Take a step back and think rationally by listening to what I'm telling you right now. So work harder, train harder. If you are in a lean building phase, and again, you have to eat a high amount of calories, you need your metabolism to rev up. So push harder, get hungrier, go ahead and up your calories to make sure you're getting the amount that you need to see that lean muscle come on while keeping your fat, within control. You will gain some fat in the process. That's another area for you to play around with. Pick up the ante in the gym and get yourself working a lot harder. The next tip that I'll say for those of you who are looking to naturally raise your metabolism, you can increase the amount of fiber in your diet. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because when your body breaks down food, there's something called the thermic effect of feeding. Now, it's not something that's like catastrophic or astronomical that it's going to like really boost your metabolism in these great ways. But to me, what's really important is that we do all that we can when you're trying to do this stuff naturally as you possibly can, that you give yourself the opportunity to actually see the progress that you want. And if something as simple as including foods in your diet that are more fibrous, it takes the body more energy to break it down than it does provide calorically, then why not? So increase your green leafy vegetables, increase your cruciferous type of vegetables that have a lot of fiber and stuff like that. And that might help to get you past that hurdle if you're seeing that your body is not quite responding to what it should be when it comes to your training. For a third step when it comes to your metabolism, let's say, Rox, I've already taken a diet break and maybe my body is not responding. Rox, I've increased my training intensity, and yeah, it's still not responding. My metabolism is still low. I've increased my fiber in my diet, and my metabolism is still not humming along. So the next thing that I would say when I'm working with a client and we see these things happening for them, one of the things that I say is to take a look at your hormonal levels. It's an interesting conversation because at the end of the day, what's going to cause fat loss is calories in and calories out. I mean, no matter what, you still can't get over that hurdle quite, But the fact of the matter is when you lose weight in general, no matter if you do it healthily or if you extreme diet, your metabolism is going to naturally slow down because your body is at a smaller mass than it was when you were X amount of pounds heavier. And in many cases, even when you do lose weight the healthy way, you're still going to lose muscle mass to a greater degree. And so that's going to all slow down your metabolism. Now, outside of that, hormonally, there are organs and hormones in your body that do impact metabolism. And when I'm thinking about that specifically, I'm thinking about your thyroid. Your thyroid is so important in the regulation of your metabolism. You see, what happens is your thyroid releases a hormone called T4, okay? And T4 gets converted to T3, and T3 is like this master hormone that like when it acts upon the sensors that it's supposed to in your body, it keeps your metabolism up and humming, okay? And for a lot of you out there, there is a little bit of a lapse going on in that system, all right? And so like it's gonna be really important for you to figure out where are my thyroid levels. If you've been trying to really lose weight and you don't know what's going on, sometimes looking at that can give you the key to what needs to happen to help to boost your metabolism. And if that's the case, then you're going to have to talk to your doctor because there's nothing that you can naturally do to help boost it. Well, there are, but if you have a sluggish or slow thyroid, you need medical intervention in many cases. So get your levels checked. Now, when you're looking at your thyroid, what I want you to look at are 4 numbers specifically, and you have to request this from your doctors because they will not look at this. They will test 2 things and they will tell you you're fine, even if your numbers are suboptimal or they're on the low end of normal, but you're still symptomatic in many ways. One of those ways is slower metabolism and your body's inability to lose weight. So the 4 hormones that I want you to look at if you suspect that you have a sluggish thyroid are TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, your free T4, free unbound T4, free T3, free unbound T3 hormone, and then RT3, reversed T3. All right. And then there is actually another test that you can actually ask for, and it's your thyroid antibody test. Okay. So it's actually 5 things you want to go ahead and in there and ask for. And learn to read these labs. If your numbers are on the low end of normal, you don't want to be there. You want to be a little bit higher up or more to optimal levels. So you might have to have a deeper conversation with your doctor about that. And I'm spending so much time on this because I find that women, particularly as you get older, tend to start to run into thyroid issues. It's just a part of the aging process that nobody freaking talks about. Like, nobody talks about these things. It's like fitness is so centered on, like, when you're in your 20s and your 30s and everything is great, and then you hit a certain age and your body's like, hi, I don't want to do this anymore, and you don't have any answers. So I bring this up for you to think about because it's an important part of your health. So aside from that, I mean, those are the things that I would say that you want to look at when you're trying to naturally boost your thyroid. So just to go over and to recap them, if you've been dieting for a long time, up your calories, go back to maintenance for a while. It may be a couple of weeks or it could be a couple of months where you just hang out there, boost your metabolism naturally through food and nutrition and feeding your body and taking supplements, making sure your vitamins and minerals and all that stuff are, being met, and then going back into a caloric deficit. That should help to really boost your metabolism along. The next thing, get your butt in the gym and train harder, honey, because if you train harder, you're gonna boost your metabolism naturally. Your body's gonna need more food just to survive. Don't eat the food. Stay in that deficit, and you should see your body starting to respond again. The next thing, go on in there, increase your fiber in your diet, because that can affect the thermic effect of feeding and how your body digests foods, and it will take calories for your body to digest those calories, and it kind of cancel each other out, and it's great. And then finally, taking a look at your hormone levels when it comes specifically to your thyroid and staying on top of that. Now, there are some other hormones in the mix that can feed into this, and when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about like leptin levels, and that's a whole other conversation. When we talk about carb cycling, I'll get into a little bit of that, and that can help to boost metabolism. But when I'm talking about more diet tactics, I'll bring it up then. Your sex hormones, where you are with your estrogen levels. Okay, that's a deeper conversation that we need to have. That can affect how your body actually processes metabolism and fat burning. And then the other one is looking at cortisol as well. And I actually did a video on cortisol, and I'm going to link it up here for you guys to be able to watch it. I don't know what side. Is it on this side or that side? I don't remember. Anyway, look at the little eye circle thingy and you'll be able to watch my cortisol video. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope that this was helpful. Begin there and then ask your questions below, post your comments, and whatever I see at the bottom there, I'll be able to address in later videos or even answer in the comments, and come back and clarify if you guys have any specific questions. So thank you so much for joining me, you guys. If you enjoyed today's conversation and you want to learn more about taking care of your body and getting more responsible with your health, your fitness, your image, how you see yourself, self-love, and all that stuff, honey, I am your girl. Come on to my email list at roxyfitness.com/email list so we can stay in contact. And I send emails out like pretty much every other day, like articles, stuff I've written, workouts, like you name it, I got you covered. And it's for competitors and non-competitors alike. So come on over and get yourself on my email list. If you're watching this video though, and you've probably been binge watching my videos, and I love you for it. But if you're watching this right now and you're like, hey, you know what? I really like her. I love what she talks about. She's very helpful and I want to work with her. Honey, come on over and talk to me. I want to talk to you and see if we can get you on track when it comes to your training, your nutrition, and your mindset, and really just use fitness as a way to change your life. I mean, guys, we have such an amazing power in this fitness thing to impact just more than the external. I really believe that your fitness comes from the inside out. And so, you know, the women that I work with, I really try to get them deeply connected to their why and let that drive them forward. And then we have the training and the nutrition all on top of that to help them to really change their bodies and change their lives. And I want to be able to do that for you. Come over to my website, rockstarfitness.com/claritycall. Let's get on a 30-minute call, discuss what your goals are, what's keeping you stuck right now, and how I can help you to get over that hurdle, okay? And after that call, we'll be able to decide, you know, is this gonna be right for you? Can you afford the investment at this time? And what your options are. So rockstarfitness.com/claritycall. And again, if you're watching this for the first time, subscribe right now, honey. Subscribe right now. Click the bell notification so you don't miss a single video. Thumbs up this baby. Thumbs up it, okay? And post your questions and comments below. Okay, guys, I'm gonna run. I hope that this was informative, and I can't wait to I can't wait to connect with you again soon. Bye.